Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back again to Silksong. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me to be missing some of the blue tools. And, maybe we'll even 100% this. Probably not. But we'll see how it goes. So blue tools should be relatively easy to find, right? I'm gonna use a guide for that, by the way. I'm not just gonna go out and try to find them on my own. They should be easy to, you know, get a guide on, I guess, because, we can just look at the list that we have and find the ones we don't have, and then let the world tell us where to find those. The other things we're obviously missing are those history things. They are also kind of in a list at our home, so maybe we can use that to find the missing ones. I don't know. Depends on how quickly we can do this. But I thought maybe because we're just, doing extra stuff, pulling extra duty, let's use a different build. Let's do something different. But what? Obviously Beast is my one and only true love, you know what I'm saying? But could try that good old Reaper again. I guess maybe Hunter, just because I haven't really seen... Okay, I have today watched a couple of videos about this game. One of which went through all of the pluses and minuses, I guess, of each of these crests. And now I know how the bonus damage thing on this works. It's like, there's this gauge that fills up as you land hits. But if you ever take damage, it goes back to 0. So, it's not about rapidity or anything, it's just about not getting hit. I kind of want to use that Volt thing to imbue my spells with extra oomph. But I don't want to let go of my tools entirely, my red tools. So I'm thinking Witch maybe. Even though Witch, as far as moveset goes, is kind of boring. Also, we only have one yellow, but I guess the yellows aren't all that combat relevant. Or we just go with this and just say screw it to the spells, but I don't know, man. Good old balanced hunter. Let's do the witch. So I would definitely want to be using this here, because that's a cool tool that I just didn't use enough. And then could use this a bit more. This one's fun. Could also still use this. This looks cool, by the way, as an animation, but I just don't want to spend my rosaries like that. Let's try that silk shot some more, I guess. And let us now install our blue stuff. This one for sure. Oh, this one also only has one yellow, that's right. Huh. In that case, I might as well just use the actual... Wait, no. Yeah, no. Right. I got confused. This is the one that I was talking about earlier, too. Right, this one probably makes sense. Sharp dart. Oops. Once again, I always just wish it went into this menu instead of just unequipping. Pale nails. Maybe sharp dart after all. I don't know. Yeah, full health, I don't know about that. Oh, by the way, I also learned that this thing is much better than I thought. Right? It's like... It makes it sound like if you ever fall into the muck, it just breaks and then you can't use it again until you rest at a bench. But apparently it takes like many short dips into the muck water, or like one long one. But you know, most of the time you accidentally land in there and jump out immediately, and then you're fine. So with this, that would make things okay. Many of these descriptions just aren't very good. Injector band. Right, if we use that, then maybe we should also use this thing. Because the synergy, obviously, with the witch is pretty obvious, right? We explode with this and the natural witch bind and make it faster. And we're just master witches. We would let go of the poison thing, but I think that's probably okay. But then I probably wouldn't want to use the silk shot if I'm using... Well, but I only have that one skill anyway, so... not too happy about the skills. Honestly. Maybe it's the Impale Nails after all. Or just the good old classic silk spear. Sure, let's do the fucking classic silk spear. Who cares? You know, it's a good one. Alright, and also all the monsters. Maybe we can get those. Let's first work on getting out of here. Which I'm not entirely sure we can. I'm guessing so, because, you know, we have this bed here, and maybe we can get out through this way. Oh no, I don't have my running thing. Oh. Who am I without my running speed upgrade thing? Good. Hold on. I wasn't ready. No, hold on. Hold on. No. I want to see. Wait, also, hold on. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. I learned that you can do this. Ouch. Ouch. Well, I mean, we did beat it. We just took a lot more damage than I'm okay with. Because of, well, because I fucked up. I bungled it. What am I supposed to say? Oh god, there's another one. Oh, what? I hit it. I swear I hit it. No, fuck you. Okay, no. I don't know why I didn't tilt the spear in my favor. Wait, right, I can't charge any further than that. Okay, let's ignore the first one, but now we gotta get, you know, through the other one anyway. And here I was just looking to, you know, to updog to that bench. But of course there's a fucking asshole there waiting to tackle me. And spit on me and do all kinds of nasty shit. Disgusted. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Well, lost 2 health, so it's not as bad as it could have been. No, fucking please, at least let me get my shit. Fine, we're not updogging there. Whatever, we're going the long way. Stupid. No, that's stupid. Fuck you and fuck everything you stand for. Yeah. Boom. Super electric power all the way everywhere. Oops, huh? That doesn't look like what the map is showing. There. That's where we want to go, but I am a little too far to the left. Right, that bench there also connects... Yeah, kind of. Right. I just want to get that bench so I don't feel so scared anymore. So we probably won't be taking that way up. But that's not what I expected to do anyway. Oh. That's a pretty long sequence. Shrouded in darkness. Yeah, I want to drop down there. Another fun thing I learned, by the way, is that the flint, whatever, can be used to slow down, I guess, the cold in the cold regions. Of course, I didn't have that tool at the time, and you have to activate it, of course, to get that effect. But that's a cool little thing. Alright. Now let's check where we can find our blues. It's in our soul, obviously. Alright. Here. So one thing we're missing is the fractured mask. I mean, one thing we're also missing is, like, I think it's the no, it's the spool extender. Which one? Which one of them? Maybe it's both. I guess it's both. Okay, I think both of those we can just buy somewhere, right? But for that we're gonna need some extra beads. I think one of them at least is pretty expensive. And I think it's the multiply... I don't know. But first let's check where the fractured mask is. Oh, okay, it's sold by that merchant that I missed, I think. Unless he's actually still there, and because, like, the thing is, so this merchant here in Hunter's March, he also sells that boomerang thing that I did have, but I don't remember if I bought it from there or found it somewhere else. But yeah, this guy doesn't mention where else to get it. Okay, let me Google that specifically then. Fractured mask. Oops. Song. Fractured mask factory. How can I get the fractured mask? Somebody asks on Reddit. I'm in Act 3, now I got it. The room above the bench in that area. What area? I guess the Hunter's March. After entering the room, jump through a small gap in the left. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let us go to Schmunter's Schmarch, which is actually not that far from here. But fast traveling to the deep docks is probably still faster if I can find a ground to stand on. Like right here, hopefully. Yes. Actually, let me check. Did Hunter's March have one of their own? No, they don't. Yeah, so Deep Docks is probably the best. Of course, if I was really trying to save time, I could like plan ahead where I'm supposed to go for all of the tools, and then take the most efficient route through them. But that would have required work, or doing that now, and that would actually take time that's probably not going to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Wait, where am I going? I guess this works up here. Oh, no! No! I guess I'm going this way then. I always fail to notice that elevator whenever we come by here. It's so subtle. Ow. Well, I mean, we healed, but most of the damage, if not all of it, was blocked by that stupid guy's helmet, which is just kind of ludicrous. Was that necessary? Probably not. But it's such a cool tool. Ah! Calm down. I'm not your food. Your food is coming in the mail later. Oops. So above the bench, yeah. Which I guess also means, hey, why don't we try destroying that trap like Fiber insinuated you could. Also, why can't I go through here? Since when is this blocked? I guess I'm gonna go to the marrow all that way? That sucks ass. What the hell? Come on, man. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. Away toward strong together, strong forever. Is there another way from here? No. That's nasty shitty. All the way to the right. No stopping for nothing. Actually, let me take all of that. Oops. Ah! Ah! Dang it. Ah! Ow! Jeez! Dingus dang diggly dogs. Oops. We only regained 1 health? How's that possible? I guess it died and like technically it only heals like 1 per hit or something and it does 3 hits. And because of the explosion we did too much damage or something. Ow. Great. Whatever, I don't need to deal with you. I just wanted to do it to revel in the damage that I can do with my fancy explosion. I haven't seen these guys void yet. Maybe the worker ants are of a different breed, even though the warrior ants, let's call them, have certainly succumbed. Boop, boop, boop. Remember how scary this area used to be at once upon a time? Oh, watch child's play. By the way, depending on how long this adventure today, let's say, of, you know, trying to get all the things that I want to get. Ah! What the fuck, you survived? And I didn't heal anything? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. Was he pushed out? But... Huh? I'm a little confused about that one. Or did I heal and I just had less health than I thought? I don't think I had that little though. I don't know. Take me away. So how do you break that trap? Okay, here's the secret room. Is that the... Aha, so that's how you fix the bench? Okay, that's cool. You don't have to break the trap. You just gotta deactivate it. And maybe this way you go up? No. Maybe they meant the room above the bridge, above the bench, where you gotta, where you can find the mask, whatever. Let's find out. Uh-huh. How did I never find that? I guess when I came here I was just so scared of, you know, ouch, this kind of shit. And had so few options and all that. There's the guy. Fractured mask. Let me play you a song. 'Cause sadly I never got to know you. But yeah, he's got, you know, a similar color scheme to those other two. One of which was just a guy trying to kill me, but the other, you know, he did a thing for me. Alright, and this fractured mask apparently is pretty dang good. Old Bug's skull carved for protection, shields against critical damage, but shatters on impact. Shatter the mask will be repaired while resting at a bench. So basically if you have like... if you're about to get killed, instead the mask will fracture. And you survive. Apparently, according to what I've seen. So that's pretty damn strong. If you're a loser... Alright, let's find the next one. Why did I leave the menu? Multi-binder and spool extender. I think those are the ones we can buy. Pretty sure, in fact. Yeah, the multi-binder is in Bellheart. Does it say for how much? Yeah, that one's 880. Okay. And the spool extender is 720 over in the other one. So we're gonna need some extra beads. How much do I have right now? 467. I don't want to spend this one just because. So I guess let's... Do I farm now? Or do I first go for the other... How many am I missing other than that? So that's 2, right? Like 1, 2, oops. And I'm missing 1. Okay, so there's just one more that I can find other than those 2. Which is... I guess that's gotta be the quick sling. Yeah. Might as well find that first. Maybe we'll just stumble upon great riches along the way. In Bilewater. Of course, they take me back there again. Okay, let's see if I can find that on the map. Apparently here, I guess. So there's a way to get up from here. If I'm seeing that right, and I think I am. So, alright, back to... I guess the putrefied ducts. Yeah, actually, yeah. No, I'm not... maybe the... If we go to the putrefied ducts, we, like, drop. But the drops here, sadly, are not that free, because there's lots of obstacles. And then drop, and then we go up here. Otherwise, we go... I guess dropping is slightly better. Why didn't I hit up? Who knows? Did I even finish my sentence? The one where I started with, depending on how long this takes. I don't think I did. But yeah, depending on how long all of this takes and how much I feel like actually 100%ing, like, you know, if it means getting all of the enemies and shit. Depending on that, I am wanting to... Wait, hold on. Do I visit the fleas real quick? Let's visit the fleas real quick. I did want to see how they respond to the current situation. Ow, what the fuck? What the hell, did I even hit you? Now I did. But depending on how that goes, I will finish my thought eventually. I want to watch the true ending speedrun of this game. That's terrible. Everything is terrible. Okay. I thought we got that guy, but he reclined in his I don't know, magic whatever the fuck. I should have also rested at that bench up there. Oh well. Hey, drink to full. Okay, nothing new out of you. Guess I'll rest here then. But yeah, I want to watch the true ending speedrun. I wanted to watch all bosses, but that one's really long, like over 5 hours, I think. All bosses is like 3 hours, which is still pretty long, but you know, we can watch that. And you know, obviously, any percent I'm gonna watch at AGDQ, because then I also get a cool explanation for everything. I hope. Grand ceremony has ended. Okay, well. Nothing new out of anybody? I wasted my time. Nope. Alright, that was a waste of time. But maybe let's change up our build again. Because I'm not using this. No, this doesn't feel... This doesn't have the right feel, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to try the Architect again, then we don't have any spells, but hey, whatever. So... I mean, I guess we could still use this, but probably not. This obviously won't serve any purpose here. But the poison thing, once again, will. Oh, not there. And then here, what would help the tools the most? Not one of these. I guess this one maybe because the charge attack on this thing is good. That one's not bad, obviously. Oh yeah, the Sawtooth Circle. Yeah. Weave Light seems fine. Probably not this thing. This always seems like a solid choice. And I like to run, but let's see, maybe we can find something else. This is fun, of course. This is huge. You know, I think this is our loadout. But the weapons, of course, gotta change a little bit. I do want the Volt Vessels. I would enjoy my Cogflies too. That's always obviously a nice weapon to have, but what else? Oh yeah, oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Charge attack plus this apparently is super duper strong. With the Architect. Okay, now we... Actually, I'm just gonna fast travel. I'm just gonna use this to get back there. Why would I walk, jump, run, climb? That is a fool's errand. And while I might be foolish in many ways... Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't need to hit you with my super awesome spin attack. Haha. Got that guy. Wait, that's not where to go. Ah! So... Do I sit on that bench? Nah, it's fine. There's no way we could possibly suffer any negative effects here. Definitely no way! What the fuck? How did I lose 3 goddamn health? Okay, I'm gonna slap all of those guys on the way down. Just because I can, and well, that sucks. Oh well. Okay. Another thing that I'd never considered, that I learned from one of the videos I watched. You can technically just fucking pre-summon these guys, rest at the bench to get your shit back, and then walk up to a boss, right, and just come equipped with some of these already intact. Of course, you know, I'm not sure I would have done that, given how I was trying to conserve shards, because I didn't want to go out and grind that shit. But it's certainly an interesting strategy to consider. Oh, that's nasty. Aha! Guess we're breaking more shit. It goes even further, but what do we have here? This might be the tool we're looking for? Yes. But what's up here? That looks like a whole bunch of shit about to drop on my head. And then that one delayed one just to mess with you, that is nasty. And then there's nothing here. Wow. Wow. That is mean-spirited. Typical Bilewater behavior. Can my friends carry me out of here? And will my friends stay with me? I think they do, right? No? Well, that's a shame. Alright, I have 469, that's not enough. I did previously, though, beforehand, one might even say, scout out a spot that is supposedly good for farming stuff. So I think we'll just use this. Also, I guess I'll try the quick sling. Not sure if it'll work with any of my tools here. Alright, I'm not sitting on a bench. Haha. Ahaha. Was that a waste of shards? Yeah, definitely. A huge waste of shards. But I just had to find out. Just had to test it. Obviously for the corkflies, I don't think it actually matters that much. To be tossing two of them at the same time. But it's funny. Alright, now we gotta go there to grind that shit. And the way to get there fastest, I guess, would be Grand Bellway Swoop-de-Whoop. Maybe they come with me via this. Nope. Right, this way. Sit on the bench. Actually, I'm gonna not even use this thing. Seems like I'm gonna be wasting too much stuff that way. But I'm glad I have it now. Okay, so we drop down. Is that the way I want to go? Yes. Oh, I think I only got like half a hit on that guy, which is a shame. Ouch. Ah! Fuck you, man. No, that's the wrong tool. Ow, you're still there? What the fuck? Okay, that went extremely poorly. Oh. I'm hoping not to die here. That's wrong tool, actually. Oh, fuck. Phew. We just barely survived that. What was that? Let's take this slow then and hope there's no... Okay. Ew. That guy that I saw, man, that was a lot of shards again. That guide also suggested a build to quickly get through them, which shouldn't cost any shards at least, so that's a positive. I'm gonna try with the Shaman though. They recommended with the Wanderer. Not sure why. But I'm gonna try the Shaman because that one gives extra power to the skills, which we're gonna be using, supposedly. Allegedly. Here, and I think I also want to use this one. And then... we'll use this. I think the dart has slightly not enough range. And I guess this won't be helping here. What else could help? This, obviously. Not in what we're going to do, probably, but... yeah, that's pretty fast. Didn't check how much we got, though. Also, I guess... just for this, I'm gonna not use the compass, but instead my running shoes. Because that's gonna speed things up. So we got 613 now. How much should we get per run? Okay, so now we have 656. It's like almost 50, I guess. So gonna take quite a lot of time, quite a lot of runs. Oh. Well, now we don't get that bonus. Or no, wait, it just makes them cheaper. What was it again? Yeah, just makes them cheaper, not actually more damage. So actually, it's not that helpful for what we're doing, but just a little bit, maybe. Yeah, so we don't have to do that as much. And you know, we're gaining some shards too. Those shards have a maximum limit. Maybe we'll reach that. Ow! Fucking... What the fuck? Okay. I didn't... Oh my fucking god. Fucking perish. Jesus Christ. How did that one guy... Like, how did the small one, this fucker, survive? That makes no sense to me. Did my strike just miss somehow? What? Why didn't it come out? God damn it, man. It's just a small loss of time this time, luckily at least. Because that weird staff guy didn't somehow survive. We need like 1,500 or something? 1,600? Ow. So we're gonna have to keep doing this a couple of times. But then we will have all the tools, and except I'm not sure if the game will count that. Fucking why? Just accept my input. Okay, I think this time she just ducked under it because I was in the air. Another thing I learned from my friend Fiber, because in one of those videos there was mention of a yellow, I think, yeah, a yellow tool that would have been really nice. That why? Okay. That increases the capacity of all of your tools, your red tools basically, so, you know, instead of having... Right, this is a terrible example. But instead of having 6 flint and like 10 and 8, I'd have like, I don't know, 7, 12 and 10 or something, I don't know. But since the game shows that I have all of the yellow tools, I asked Fiber like, wait, huh? Did I just not... What's wrong? And he told me that that one is only available in... God damn it. In Steel Soul, is that what it's called? Mode. So I couldn't have gotten that one in this run. And I don't know if the game will count having all of the tools I can get here as having all of the tools. I guess I'm just assuming there's an achievement for that, but maybe there isn't. But I don't know, I feel like it should give me the achievement if there is one. Because I feel like... Ah, fucking... Leaving Steel Soul should be its own thing, you know, and it shouldn't, its existence shouldn't interfere with my completion of the... of this. But then again, you know, completion... The file would probably still say 100%. I'm not doubting that. So, you know... I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking for here. I just want justice. Can I run over this gap, by the way? Kinda. Pretty sure jumping is still faster, though. I really don't need to get that close. The range is pretty damn good. Yeah. Whoop. $130, or rather 1.3. Let me check again how much that cost, so I don't completely overcap. So this one we got. Multi-binder was 880, and the other one was 720. So that makes basically for 900 plus 700, which is 1600. Okay, well, did I sit on the bench yet? Doesn't hurt to fill up that shit. Almost got too close. But hey, we've made it most of the way already, right? We can take a couple more runs. Boy, do I enjoy having my running anklets. Without them, I feel so slow. I really am curious about all of the speedruns, essentially. Especially any percent, because, they're, in order to, get any of the things that I would kind of like to see, like beast mode, because of the extra power, running anklets, and stuff, they would probably have to go out of their way. And the question then is it worth it? Would they do that? For the true ending run as well, I guess, but they will also already have to go way more places. So I'd say it's more likely that they would naturally reach some of those. But of course 100% or... Right, no, I was never interested in a 100% run, I was interested in an all bosses run. I don't know if I said that correctly earlier. But that one also is really long. I guess in that one it's also not guaranteed that they would get the anklets at least, but they would have to get, or would naturally get, the beast claws, because, you get those by fighting a boss. Maybe I'll just watch that one in my own time at some point. Alright, we got our stuff. Let's just do one more run so we have a little more over than nothing, I guess. Ow, what the fuck, I totally blanked on this guy sitting there. Okay, now we can go to Belhart and that is a spot. And I don't have my compass on, oh no! But I can kind of just run straight to the right until I reach Songclave. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! You stupid fool! Do you not know whom you're messing with? Aw, yeah. Some revenge on those annoying enemies. You okay?
Oh, Benventra. Oh, Benventra.
Yeah. Let me buy your spool extender. Stretch a spool out nice and long with this fine wrought tool. The perfect purchase if you're planning to hoard a lot of silk for yourself. Yay. Our strength is shared. She's so right. She is so right. Where's the... Right, no, yeah, this one doesn't have a fast travel thing. We gotta make our own. Long and lonely halls, hide away, holy sight. I'm gonna need my compass back. And a different build. As much fun as there is to be had with this. We're gonna do something else. Guess we'll go back to the architect. Didn't even do all that much with it until now. And here goes... Wait, we don't have the poison thing. Oh, right, because we switched those two around. I guess that makes more sense to have this here, because that's useful everywhere. And this has one case where it's not useful. Alright, babies, take me to Bellheart. We shall get our final blue tool, also known as blue. Da 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 da. Hey, there's an achievement. Arsenal, acquire all tools. Alright. Check out my full collection. Extends the act of spinning, but extends its healing effect. Apparently, if you combine these two, you end up with a slightly shorter than normal, you know, binding time, but you do get the benefits of, having extra healing. Not as short, of course, of having just this, but better than having none. So that's nice. If you're a baby. Okay, so what does it say about my... Oh, it says 100% completion. Huh. Okay. I mean, we were missing 4 blue tools, and we were at 96%. So I guess each tool counted as 1%, I guess. I thought because we were at... I mean, it gave us 1 extra percent for beating the game, I guess, or something. But yeah, I guess it counts as 100%, even though we're clearly missing some history thingamabobs, and we don't have all the enemies. But if the game says that's 100%, then who am I to judge? Do kind of want to see the entry for our final boss, if I can find it. I would assume it's all the way down at the bottom, but maybe it's not. There it is. So we have Lace, manic fencer who delights in battle, a bug born entirely of thread. Much silk would have been needed to see her sustained, a fragile form of life, but life nonetheless. Grandmother Silk, monarch of Falum and the primal source of silk, heart of the haunting, long lulled to slumber and desperate to wake. The higher being's threads stretched throughout Falum, snaring its bugs and driving them to madness and discord. And Lost Lace, silk-spun child possessed by the void. To quell the mother's rage and see this kingdom saved, I will claim her back. This one, the dark shall not take. Oh. Hugely. Minstress, widow, first sinner, phantom, chakra. I kind of wish all of the bosses were like collected at the bottom, and I think starting here, everything here is kind of a boss. But a lot of the bosses are not down here. They're like an order button? No. You know, to change how they are ordered. Oh well. That went pretty quickly. I suppose let's go home and change into our... Right, I could have also taken this. Max shards. Change into our favorite outfit, so to speak. Good old beast. But I think I'll re-equip this funny thing. Actually, it's difficult. This is really good. But this is also fun. I mean, this one's way easier to use, right? Just activate Cogfly and scoopity-doop. And this one has some drawbacks, like right when I made my ascent through that friggin' challenge. But usually it's fine. It's also funnier. Is there another yellow tool that I'd rather have than this? I mean, this one's funnier. But sadly, not that useful. Same with this one. So fuck it, we'll keep the dice. We are D&D gamers, PnP gamers, whatever. Kinda wish I could just also equip the Thunder Spear thing, because I like that one a lot. But I can't replace either of these. Cogflies have been my best friends throughout the entire, well, not the entire, a lot of the game. And the Flint Slate is, you know, I like it. So with this build, that is as our ultimate form, and 100% completion rate. Hold on, let me, I guess, prove to you that I'm not making this up. If I can find myself there. Boom. Completion 100%. There you go. Wonderful. And with that done, I guess we can... Oh yeah, no, right. There's another video that I wanted to watch on stream, so let's start with that, I guess. Before we watch the speedrun. Here... This video is Hollow Knight Silksong all Steel Soul mode exclusive content, which is stuff that obviously I haven't really seen. So let's take a look. I can sense you there, hidden in the darkness. Show yourself. Skinks. I can sense you, hidden. Not right, nothing, go. Right, well. That's very nice. You can return to Skinks with Silk Eaters. Ah, to sell them for rosaries. Ah, right, I guess Silk Eaters would be kind of useless in a run where the game ends if you die. I would speak again, show yourself. Would be nice to have this in the regular run too, right? You risk not having the Silk Eaters, because those are pretty good. You know, for some rosaries. Show again, speak yourself. The morsels, give me or something. Give Silk Eater? Sure. Take, my reward, something. Whoa, that's quite a lot. Alright, and it's right next to the place where you can get Silk Eaters. But maybe the Silk Eater person isn't here yet? I don't know. Or maybe they're just not there in general. And you can only find the couple of Silk Eaters that are strewn around the world. I'm not sure if those regrow, by the way. Maybe they do. Now for the main content, there's an additional wish. Oh. Head to the Silketer room and blast the steps to find a new NPC. Bug higher, it has come seeking. Z is found, she is awoken. Of course, when I pause to read everything, the player fucking doesn't instantly hit the button. Greetings, child of steel. I have known your type in past, for from your presence it is clear this land too has caught the long gaze of your masters. Masters, yes, for them Z observes obedient. See, why the fucking asshole? Be consistent! Obedient always. And you, creature in half, pale it, bug it, old, stubborn, alone, you two are observed. Who are you calling stubborn? I mean, it's kind of true, I guess. Creature higher, its meaning Z's awakening. It is not chance, it has been sent to Z, yes, by masters served, to retrieve her vassal lost. Sure. A vassal lost. Not for your masters, but my own, but by my own will by my own will I may aid you, Z, as long as the path permits. Of your vassal I have met one before, a scurrilous scheming sort, and well able to remain hidden. If your own servant shares similar disposition, they may prove hard to retrieve. Where would you advise I begin my search? That makes me wonder if there's more, there are more spots where that, the one that hides in the grass would have been. Where am I? She has sensed their movement. She knows their places of rest for pale it. Z shall mark their chart. Okay. Seek the vassal, retrieve them or their corpse. Either is appropriate, either will aid to avoid the master's wrath. Not very sentimental about it. Now it's shown on the map, I guess. This wish requires you to visit 3 spots probably on the map. One is in Sherwood. One is the sands of Carrick. Dialogue for all of these on screen. This location was marked by the Steel Child. This camp is old, but still shows clear evidence of an attempt to add a right. Whatever the vassal hoped to achieve here seems to have failed. The other marked locations may provide more clues to its intent. Over here. The second spot marked by the Child of Steel. This camp too was used by the vassal, and another rite was conducted here. This one incomplete. Okay. The action was clearly taken in haste. Did they believe themselves pursued? The etchings here are crude, but the words are disturbing and desperate. Oh no. I wonder if the order in which you read those, get those, always gives you the same message. Like if you have found this one first, the other one would say the second. You know what I mean? Who knows? I understand now. The Steel Child's servant grew bold. I know what the fleeing bug seeks to call, and their etchings here suggest clear clues to where. What they attempt is dangerous, stupid. It can only end badly. I must hurry if I'm to stop this. Once you do that, a new path will open up. Bone Grave? When you go here, you will get a unique boss fight. Right. Where? Wow. You look more spider than we ever did. Cease your summoning, fool bug. I guess it's more like an ant, maybe. It doesn't really have 8 legs, does it? It's something. Though you may yearn for freedom, that savior you hope to call will bring only death. Is he even listening? I don't think they are. Summoned savior. Oh, it's like one of those nets, but moving. You also don't get to practice the patterns before. What do you mean? Alright, it's fucking Steel Soul. Damn, yeah, that's kind of crazy. You don't get to... However, the patterns are pretty easy and you can use tool spam. Sure. Afterwards, Hornet would spare the vassal. Okay. Not by the player's hand, though. No, my champion slain. Why do you do this, cool slasher? Why must I stay and serve so long? That void must not be called bug, not ever. None can control it, though many have tried. Any strength you hoped it offered would fast be proven false. Typical demon worship kind of shit. Consider yourself fortunate I arrived in time. Your shell is saved, all by wish of your steel companion, and fear of her master's punishment. But the seer knows nothing of the pain, all small Sulas to bear. So your name's Sula. To watch these lands dying, slow, the bugs suffering, falling, while our shell sustains. The steel shards feel so little, but we forced to serve, we endure it all, we alone, why? Steel hearts, not shards. Well, you know, rebel in the mortal realm, maybe. Others may know that pain, small bug, or at least something similar. So will you chain me again, hurt me by point of your blade, and knowingly return me to that pain? Well, the lady did say, you know, a sign of your death or whatever would work, so if we can pretend you're dead to her, then I guess maybe it'll be fine. I will not. I will inform the Child of Steel of what has... Shit. Maybe if we go frame by frame, of what has transpired here, but I cannot force any bug to return to a task so cruel. Then Sula is free, at least to run. By your mercy, bug, these legs must prove quick and far. Afterwards, return to the Steel Seer. No shit, bro. Me. See, your vassal is gone, alive, fled beyond these lands. I chose to allow their escape, even if your wish may not be granted. The wish, no, pale it. Z sensed clear your meeting. The right, the vassal is tarnished. They have touched the dark. By the masters they will now be hunted, no matter the distance fled. Well, that sucks for them. Perhaps, for your vassal that is preferable. Waste here in servitude or flee free. They made their choice and proclaimed it clear by their black action. Their dark champion is slain, but luck or guile may yet see them survive. Hope, pale it, for a vassal who defies the masters. You give thee a thought complex. The outcome is different, and thee must now observe alone, but this may be the better way. Thee shall accept the happening, shall pray the master still see her loyal masters, and thee too will share the hope that her vassal lives along unbound. Yippee. A small gift for you, Palet, for the thought complex. Rock of the home spear, and of Sea's birth. May it aid your further actions in this land. Rowstone. Is that just a bunch of shards, or... The reward for the is the Growstone. A regenerating shell shard. Oh, regenerating. If shattered to shell shards, it will reform over time. Ooh. How many does it give? Gives you 132. That's pretty good. And takes a while to regenerate. Fucking baby in the inventory. Uh-huh. Neat. This DLC also has some needle and dialogue. Bound by purpose. Bound by ore. Watch long, record clear, remember, forever. Bound by purpose. Thanks for watching. I guess there you can see the, the maggot thing in action. The wreath, I think, of protection or whatever. This video took forever to make, since I had to replay the game in Silksong mode. Yeah, I sure did. Since I am a small channel, you want to like and stuff. And yeah, as you could see there in effect, something that I also found out via the videos. If you shoot that electric, one of those electric things in there, or use one of your silk skills with the electric blue tool on into water, then the entire water becomes electrified and deals damage to whatever's in there, which is pretty neat. But now, I guess, let me actually exit out of the game so we don't hear that music and all those sounds anymore. But I thought they made for a decent backdrop while we were watching that other video and stuff. But yeah, that's Silksong, and see, even she herself is ready to rest until the DLC. GG, Silksong. GG. Oh wait, you didn't see that. Whatever. She just laid back down on her bed. We've seen that last time. Alright. So yeah, here is any percent. Of course, I'm not going to watch that because I'm looking forward to the AGDQ run. There's True Ending, which is 255.59 right now. 100% is how long? Actually, wait, 100% is 456, isn't all bosses almost? Why is all bosses longer than... Huh? They're not even, like, this one is 28 days ago, this is a month ago, so there probably isn't even, like, some huge tech that differentiates them. Maybe all bosses also counts the seals, but then I guess you'd just run it in seals, so you wouldn't have to play through twice, so... No. Oh, 100%. Wait, there's a... How did... I guess not all the bosses necessarily give you anything. Okay, 100% with all bosses is an hour extra. That seems stupid, that 100% without all bosses exists. But anyway, we're gonna try watching the No Magic Glitches training, but also how much is, or how long is all glitches? Not that much longer, but it's also like 2 weeks older. So it seems less contested, so I think this one's probably going to be a better run. What do they have to say? Takes a break at 43:27. What is that supposed to mean? Did they just pause the game and the timer? Well, we'll see. Every Hollow Knight speedrun I've seen in both...
I'm not gonna change up the
Okay, there's commentary. Well, talk rather. Every footage I've seen of Silksong and regular, let's say, Hollow Knight speedruns has been in Chinese. I guess that's just slightly faster. Oh hey, they actually go to this guy first. I guess that's a big drop of... It's not even that much. Wait, okay, they got an item. Okay, so it's a shard, it's a solid shard drop item. And wow, actually doing this... I'm pretty sure at the start of this game, I mused whether this was actually faster than walking. And I thought probably not. But I guess it turns out it is. Obviously it won't be relevant for most of the run because you should be able to get the run pretty early. Especially if you know where to go, unlike me. But it is kind of interesting.
Thank you for the good luck.
At least these paints never were like clearly explained actually. Guess it's left to your own interpretation. Though there are probably also, you know, known correct explanation or something. Just making our way up. Collecting a bunch of these berries, actually. And yeah, I guess you could get that one early with a bounce like that. Didn't I try that? I tried a bunch of things, but I guess I didn't try that. Or maybe I tried, but I couldn't get it to line up.
Monster, thank you for the good luck.
Not like it really matters unless you're speedrunning.
Last Judge isn't hard.
I guess these
You need to know
sequences are just kind of even more annoying for speedrunners because you just don't even do anything.
which is literally just it has one attack.
And our first boss.
Otherwise,
I guess since you have to go to Ava to get the true ending, you would also get that upgrade for the hunt crest. I don't know how much damage boosting you do in this game. Depending on that, I guess that could mean the hunt crest is actually really fast,
yeah,
damage-wise.
if you just stand in front of it, it can't hit you. All you have to do is react to the circle attack. Also, the run back was like not that bad. It was one room, and it was actually a fun room.
I don't think we can see the chat that our friend, our speedrunner here is responding to, so that makes things a little awkward. But oh, okay, we can kind of look at the splits, right? And apparently Trobio's fight is part of the true ending somehow. Cling Grip, Caravan Troop, Greymore, Lace. We can't see all of the splits. But dive kick, dive kick, dive, 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 dive. Guess we don't have to talk to any of these guys for the true ending, at least not yet. Bounce. It might have been interesting to see the inputs of the player, right? A lot of players for a lot of games have their inputs showing. I guess we're baiting this guy up there to get a shortcut. Hey, oops, that didn't go as planned, I think.
Why are you like this?
Why is it like that? And there's the voice of our best friend. Ushanka. I think it's nice that, you know, she never, like, attacks us or we have to fight her for some sad reason. But we do get a fight with her if we, you know, accept her challenge just because warriors of skill want to test them. You can destroy those projectiles? Jeez. Oh, one of the history things. Maybe that's just a nice quick way of getting rosaries. Actually using the taunt thing. And that's the run, isn't it?
Hey, Reese.
Or no, that's the spear, right? Yeah. Which you use to destroy things that you can only destroy with it,
13
like
on
twice.
Soul Beam.
And then never again, which is just kind of weird. Look at those rosary beads, you can't just let them lie, oh my god. Right, and then you gotta fight our best friend. But only to, you know, befriend it. I do wonder if they play Steel Soul mode for the speedruns. Like, on the one hand, it seems like, why not? Because if you die, you probably lose too much time anyway and might as well reset the run. On the other hand, maybe there are more changes that make it slower or something. And I'm guessing maybe for something like a marathon, you probably wouldn't.
I don't really care if
Because you wouldn't want to reset the entire run in a marathon. I think we might just raise the speed to 1.25%. Well, 1.2 times multiplier.
Christmas was alright.
That's not gonna ruin our enjoyment of the viewing, but it's gonna make
Kind
this
of uneventful to
a lot
play.
faster. We're speedrunning the speedrun. I do that a lot with long videos. Like, you know, if it's like longer than half an hour, and it's not like something like music or something related, then I'll probably watch it at 1.25 times speed. I guess another exception would probably be something like a fighting game or something where seeing it in higher speed than I'm used to would be weirder. But for most other things, it's fine. Like, it doesn't even contort the voices or anything much. Whoop, whoop. It is noticeable here, though, with how much faster all of this diving is. This guy. But hey, look, our friend is also fighting this guy without the dash. Just not in the way that I did it. My way, of course, is much more skillful and, you know, elite. But not everyone can be as good as I am. I don't think I finished my sentence, by the way, also, when I mentioned how all the speedruns I've seen of this and the others, Hollow Knight, are in Chinese. That's probably because, you know, the dialogue, the text is shorter, if not shortest. Oh no. In Chinese. It's a common thing in speedruns. It's often Japanese, but you know, sometimes it's Chinese. In some games, it's like in Wind Waker, apparently it's Italian. It can vary a lot. We getting help. I also saw some footage of that, you know, the gauntlet that I hate, like my least favorite part of the game, right? Where she was helping out. So I don't know if there's like a specific timing where she does that or whatever. But, well, she didn't help me. Also, apparently there's a mod that lets you play through the game as the Hollow Knight with his own toolset and stuff. I don't know how that interacts with, you know, the abilities you gain in this game and all that. Maybe just start with his entire toolkit and don't get anything. So it's more like a...
Actually, it was alright.
like in a Metroidvania, like actual Castlevania Metroidvanias, I mean. Where you can like play as Julius or something to get through Area of Sorrow, but he has all of his tools so he can kind of go nuts. That would also be cool. Of course it is a mod though, so... it's not some official thing.
What was that? I've never seen him do that before.
There we get that running ability, don't we? But that also looked like...
What's good, bro?
like, you know,
Thank you for the prime.
it's... like, can you... wait, no, that's not the run? Yes, it is, okay. Like, can you get the run before fighting that
Hope Christmas went well.
boss from earlier? That mid-boss, whatever? Because I feel like the speedrunner probably would have gotten the run as early as possible. Oh well, finally it's time to run. Probably not going to be seeing a lot of the dive movement anymore. Just open up the station so you can use it later. Makes sense.
Almost fucked that up.
Or just use it now. Or yeah, use it later. I'm not going to be needing any maps, of course, for the speedrun. Maps or map icons or anything. You don't fight her here, right? Wait, yes you do. Wow, is that... was the first fight against her really that early? It's kind of funny when they do that. I feel like I met her way later, but I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. Of course, my, you know, I obviously was way slower than the speedrun, but I mean, it, you know, percentage-wise, I guess, I thought this was later. And it seems like maybe straight running is slower than dashing, dashing, dashing. Wait, wait, actually, I think they might be... yeah, they are dashing, jump, dive, dash, jump, dive, dash. That's what it looks like, huh? So we are still doing a lot of dives. Just in a way that looks cool, that looks a lot more smooth and, you know, is faster. Yeah, we're not doing it all the time, though. If I'd known that getting just the blue tools, by the way, would 100% the game, I would have probably done it before finishing yesterday. But whatever. Karama! I wonder if at the point where, you know, that comment said the run pauses or whatever, if they edited the video to just, you know, skip the pause, or I'm gonna have to skip past the break. Let's find out. My flea friends. Do they use the flea brew in the speedrun? I mean, they might as well, I guess. But, you know, it's a limited quantity. That's like the main reason I didn't use that tool, by the way. I didn't feel like fucking going back to refill that shit. If that had been a fast forward point directly to the flea camp every time, I would have been like, sure. But it was always in some wonky location that was, you know, just a little too much effort to get to for me to do it. frequently.
That's fine.
But yeah, they are getting it.
Is this gonna be the first shell that's actually good and doesn't have like a glaring time loss in it? I sure hope so.
Now time to quit out of the game. Haha. Oops. Some rosaries.
Okay. I'm so fucking stupid.
Damn,
Also,
that seems like
fuck
a
that
big
skip.
time loss. Oh well.
I refuse to believe that that's like consistent.
I forgot about this gauntlet. I guess there's a lot of like gauntlets that just don't really stand out. Just short little encounters.
Like, what did I do wrong?
Hard to even call them
That's what I
gauntlets
always do, and it just, like,
if they are
misses.
just, you know, that short. Ah, this dang ass elevator.
Granted, I
Oh,
like
using
it.
it here. Oh yeah, right, it increases your movement speed too, right? Not just your attack speed. Right. Right, freeing that flea. I remember dying there. It was not nice. Right, that's that stuff. Okay. Baiting. Masterfully baiting, okay. Uh-huh. Pretty sure at this point I was already
Kidding.
using the beast crest.
That was fun.
Or was I? Probably was.
That's okay. This run is really slow.
Obviously my order for doing things was much different.
Act 2 will be better.
But I think I was using that in this area. Boost. Double boost. I still think the rosaries just fucking magnetize to you without a tool. Like, come on. With split and stuff, by the way, I often wonder, like, if they are automated a lot of the time, because for a lot of runs, you can kind of see them pausing during loading times and stuff. And I'm guessing that's not happening by the player's input, you know what I mean? There we go. The brew to go fast. Boom. Pretty good fight. Not as good as my own, of course. But you're right, it's not over. Nice. And we bind that sucker.
Good widow.
The needling. Looks like that widow split was extra good. It's not gold, it's rainbow sparkling.
I'm not sure what percent you get. I have no idea.
Right, that
Bosses
vision.
don't count for percent, so I imagine TE is really low.
Beautiful music. Right, free that. Did I do that? Must have, right? I guess quitting out saves time. Compared to waiting out the animation or whatever.
Or you jump, bro.
Purple! Did the pickup animation duck under the thing? Or is that just, you know, too low anyway? Picking up a quest.
The Dream Warriors count.
Multiple
A lot of the
quests.
bosses count, yeah.
Oh. Alright, I guess the guy there doesn't help you with... No, wait, that's first shrine, though. Maybe it's just quests in general. Right after you beat the boss for the first time and you gotta go back to the first shrine. I guess you just have to have a couple of quests finished. And I guess we picked up a bit of oil that I didn't even realize that happened. Alright, does he just do it for free once anyway? Don't remember. I think he might. Right, we don't have the float here yet. But we're about to fight a guy here. Unless there's a way to skip him. Right, but she gives you the float.
Thank you for the gold.
Didn't I even go to the Sinners, whatever it's called, before getting the float? Or am I conflating Sinners, whatever, and Hunter's March?
Oh, fuck.
But I think I did.
I didn't mean to hit it.
Hitting those three out of the air there. Pretty smooth. Is that the one with the run speed? Yes, it is. Let's go. My goat. My goat. And then we get that.
There should be a time save slip, but I'm bad. It's fine. Recently.
That's fine. Benny Frank.
What are you saying? And there it is. Wait. Okay, you can just run out of there. And you still get the scream. That's interesting. Does that count as defeating it? Like, does it explode or something? Is it still there if you return? Could I have just run off to the side? Like, is it not even like a skip? Is it just something you can do? You can just ignore it, maybe? I don't think so. That looked kind of weird, so it's probably not intended. Who knows? Smooth movements. Getting just a little extra height. With that little time that is afforded you there. When it comes to like not super glitched, like out of bounds stuff and whatever, I feel like these kinds of speedruns, like 2D action speedruns with like good movement, are like the best speedruns, you know, to watch.
Bruh, Ava, wake up. We don't have time for this. Yeah, cross skip went very poorly.
Yeah, slap that guy. Annoying motherfucker. Let's say that was a damage boost. It moved Hornet up a little bit, so it counts. Hey you. What did that offer? Alright, that's the purple thing. Probably won't be seeing the witch quest unless that's somehow required for the true ending. And I'm guessing we won't see Hornet getting captured. Well, maybe that ends up being faster than going the way I did.
I mean, do you really need to ask? I mean, don't you know?
Skip the opening animation just by leaving. Okay, okay.
I believe it is taken, yeah.
Didn't mean to land there, eh?
I really need.
Benny Frank.
Hey, dog.
Okay, hopefully I'd have a list.
Not the first time this guy needs to be saved, eh? Or I think, is it his brother or whatever that needs saving later? Ah, yes. The worm ways. Hey, leave that flea alone. Jeez. I didn't remember that one. That was kind of funny.
So badly. Is there no love ones? Because I'm a speedrunner.
But yeah, see the timer there stops whenever
I have to be negative.
the game restarts and stuff. It's probably not a manual thing, right? But then also, you know, while I was talking about that, split thing. Do the splits also automatically get hit based on, you know, triggers in the game code or whatever? Huh. Do you get like slightly, just a tiny bit of extra height by activating the brew? There was a similar trick in the original Hollow Knight. Where you'd like jump, turn around, shoot the special whatever, the soul blast or whatever. And that would allow you to get a little further. Pretty decent climb. No, I'm not impressed, of course. I've done much better, of course. If you watched my playthrough, obviously you've seen how great I am at ascending there. But, you know, for a regular person, I guess, pretty decent climb. Right. Yeah, we're just gonna get passage in there, nothing's gonna happen. We're just gonna open up that door and we're just gonna get in there. Wait a minute. Those poor fellas. Cool activation timing, similar to my beast activations, right? Just less skillful, obviously. Nice. So.
I need a piece so badly.
Anti-ultra explosion. Ta-da! Act 2.
Oh, thank you, Monster. That's actually... Thank you, that's a goated reminder. Okay, that's long play.
Oop. What's up here again? There's the map. Ah, there she is again. Ah, but no fight this time. And I guess we're just gonna ignore those enemies. That's cool. Seems like such a, you know, oh, you have to fight these guys kind of situation, but no, you don't. I think the game probably could have done a better job of showing you what spikes and other obstacles you can bounce on and which not. Right, because I didn't know or think you could bounce on those. Because some of the spikes you can't, but some you can. Bummer. Doing that with the Beast Claws would be actually impossible. You'd have to jump super far away in order to bounce on that, and then it just wouldn't be worth it. Damn, they take their time, don't they? Honestly, before the green guy, or maybe it was Hornish herself, said something about these guys and him being or looking similar, I totally didn't notice that they, were similar. Obviously now, and especially after the fights, right? It is very clear. But yeah, I just didn't even notice. And now the saddest ending to a fight. Just one of those guys by themselves, not that threatening. Menuing mistake, oh no. We're approaching the time where this guy takes a break. I guess that's right now. But the timer also pauses. Okay, I guess I gotta do the skipping.
Okay, I'm back.
They're back.
I definitely unpaused that wrong and lost time, but whatever.
But I guess the timer unpausing was manual, so maybe all of it is manual. That seems like, I don't know, I feel like if I was concentrating on speedrunning, doing that all the time would be a pain in the ass. But then again, one of the main reasons why I've never attempted to speedrun is because a lot of it seems like too much of a pain in the ass. That looked really like smooth, kind of like it was kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfying. The way that thing, like, they hit that bit and it moved to the side and she was running behind it in a similar speed. Something nice about that. Ta-da! Just gave that guy a greeting, I guess. Wait, huh? Maybe that one you can also just hit with normal attacks? Because I don't think I used a thing on that. Because the ones at the beginning you have to do this Silksong, or maybe with the first pin upgrade, maybe with that allows you to also hit them with normal attacks. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Donation quest.
Enticing, but no thank you.
Ring. Rah. Wow. Hey. Ah. Sure, just need to reach far enough to attack. that oil? Just lying around. You will go down too. I wonder if leaving there was just to kind of reset the positioning of the enemies so that it's more reproducible. So you don't have to adjust for potentially bad positioning. Yeah, it turns out using the taunt or whatever to call this guy in is faster a lot of the time, huh? Take your filthy quests. What did you just call me? I'm guessing they won't be doing the
Yeah, these are League player bros.
delivery quest and all that other stuff to get the other upgrade. And then probably also not all of the fleas for the last one. Also, apparently there's some weird mechanics around your weapon upgrades. Like when your weapon gets stronger, most enemies also get more health or a higher defense multiplier or some shit. So while your damage itself increases by so and so, you're not gonna actually do that much more damage to most enemies.
Oh, that woke him up really.
Kinda weird.
That was better. He would have. Yeah, maybe.
He's so dead, you guys. He's completely and utterly dead.
I think Trubby is cool.
Yeah, Trobio is cool.
Like, it's a fun fight.
He's one of those fights that just seems so fucking ridiculously weird and hard to deal with at the start. But then you kind of figure it out. What a scary room. And they respawn. That works out well with the timing. What's this one again? Is that the claw line? No.
Yeah, Trubby is like probably the
Oh,
most.
is it? Is it? Yes, it
I
is.
mean, it's the most like skill expressive. Or one of the most.
Just gonna spam that shit. Ow. Nice positioning. Kablamo. Also, another thing I learned today via those videos, that thorn crown, or what it's called, you know, that yellow, I think, tool, that increases your damage for taking more damage, It apparently makes it so you take 100% more damage. So double, right? But you only deal 25% more. Which seems like not maybe the best trade-off.
That's not ideal.
But you know, if they get it in a speedrun, it's probably still useful. Unless they can't handle the heat, of course. So farming pins. Ding dong dong. I suppose there are more quests that require rosary donations, and maybe you want to buy something too. Retala, hello. That guy, by the way, reminds me. I don't know if I mentioned it during my playthrough, but he reminds me of Don Quixote from FGO. Ouch. How do you say to think of too many things to say, sadly. So I hope you're just okay with chilling with this run with me and having something said occasionally. I don't know if diving into the water there was intentional. It kind of looked like it. But I don't know what the point would be, because death warping doesn't seem like a thing in this game because you can bench warp. You know, with a save and quit, that seems better. But who knows? Okay, I guess you are trying to die here. Huh. Interesting. I guess maybe that leaves that corpse there in that specific spot. So you can, you know, bounce off of it. That must be it, right? Yeah. Refresh that warmth. Time to get that double jump early, I guess. Once again using that slight, very slight, I suppose, height gain on the drink. Pretty cool stuff.
Alright, good split. I feel like this should be a gold.
Is it a gold?
Cactus, you should do barbed PE.
Yeah.
It's better in TE. Barb is right there. Like, you go in that room, you kill the little dog right in front of it.
Got the wings. Got the down. This thing caught me off guard almost every time. Ouch. Not sure if that was an intended damage boost, but it didn't seem to cost much time, so hey. Another flea. Maybe he is getting. Maybe they are getting all the fleas for that extra oil, but no, then you'd also have to play those mini games. That doesn't make sense to me. I highly doubt that. You probably just need to get, enough of them to reach a specific point with them. I'm trying to think like what that point would be though. I don't recall needing to talk to them to get anything in particular. Maybe it's just another one of those things that you need to do for the guy in the first shrine area to, to allow you to continue.
I don't think we get that one, Disney.
Yeah, here we go to visit Ava. My wife?
Sure, I don't know what that means.
Ta-da! Upgrade. So that must be good for, dealing extra damage then? Because there isn't really much else of a point of going here yet, right? Unless there's also another thing that you have to have done anyway. Also, this trap apparently has some of the, if not the highest damage output out of all of the red tools, but, well, you don't really get much of a chance of using it. Or at least I didn't. I mean, they picked it up pretty early, so I guess technically you could hold on to it, all the way until you fight that boss for the second time. But like visually it puts like a glyph on the ground, like a pretty wide one. And it explodes after a while. I think it just explodes after a while and doesn't respond to an enemy getting near it, but maybe that's what it is. It was a little unclear from the footage I saw. But yeah, when it explodes, it's a pretty decently large explosion, and apparently it does a lot of damage. Really seems weird that you never like get it back, like get a second chance of, having it again or something. Or, get an upgraded version of it, just like some of the other tools. Boom. And the other one's like, what the fuck did you do to my wife? And swears revenge. Which it sadly never gets. I mean, sadly for it, not for us, because it wants revenge on us, which, yeah, we can't let it have. I suppose you also... Well, no, okay, I guess you do need her help for something, right? So I guess you have to have gotten this anyway. I don't see the charge attack for this weapon being... Maybe it's worth having. Maybe it saves enough time to make this early trick, this little bit of extra time worth it. I don't know. This is the kind of stuff why I'm looking forward to the AGDQ run, because there they would probably explain all that kind of stuff, right? Here I just kind of have to make a lot of assumptions. And you know what happens when you make assumptions? It makes an ass out of you and dumptions. Uh-huh. I did have a couple of using enemies as bounce pads strats myself, but none that were that good. Didn't realize you could keep juggling them. Missed opportunity. I think my entire gameplay, my entire playthrough is now null and void. It doesn't count anymore.
Fuck that guy, man.
Because I never juggled that orb. But it's looking more and more like they will not be picking up the Beast Crest. Which I would have assumed might be, like, could maybe be worth getting, you know, for the extra damage you can do with it for speedruns. But I guess it's too far out of the way to make up for, you know, the time loss that you would incur. It doesn't increase the speed of the battles enough. Why are we fighting that guy? Wow, okay. I feel like every time I tried that against most enemies that had a lot of hits, I couldn't attack fast enough to keep up with all the enemy attacks, and so I'd just always get hit. Maybe hunter attacks are just slightly faster or something. Definitely couldn't be a skill issue. Ah. With a spear you can get it done.
I'm not muted, I'm just trying to focus.
What happened there? I guess
Especially because it's
some
kind of
visual
easy to
fuckery because of the way they
in their out.
hurried
Like,
through.
If you miss like one tiny thing here, you can just like lose so much time.
Oi! Oi! Ignored. Just straight ignored. I could go for a pretzel right now. That's not a feeling I have often. But for some reason randomly. That's just kind of the feeling I got. Actually kind of weird that I didn't get an achievement for 100%, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Or did I?
Wish there was something you could do
No.
about greed.
Also
I
interesting,
think there is.
more people acquired all tools than did the mushroom quest. The fast charge, the fast bind tool. There's our friend. I guess you don't have to encounter her anywhere else. Or even free her from her web, right? Isn't she caught in one of the webs early on? That's how you first meet her. This guy never freed her, and yet somehow she still ends up here, all scared and alone. But we help her. I do prefer her without the headwear that she gets. Another series of parries that I feel like I could never do. I'm pretty sure this guy's cheating, you guys. Couldn't be my problem. No, no, no.
Hey, Disney, that's not nice.
But yeah, I suppose you definitely would need her back there for the true ending. Oi! Oi, these nuts. Will you shut it? Buying something? No. Did he maybe not even mean to talk to them? But then why would he head up or down? That probably was intended.
Oh, I have to remember to put injector band and Trillia mirror on.
One third of the songs learned. Oh, actually installed the weak version of that mirror thing. I guess it's better than nothing. Put some extra damage in there when you activate the bind. Maybe it's more damage than the spear, but at the rate of silk cost, it's probably not better. I don't know. Oh, Jubilee, how do you always get yourself in trouble? Oh no, you missed.
That's fine.
The putrid stuff. No, wait, that's biowater. No, that's putrid, whatever. Those thin flies only show up there. Why, they're those guys? I kind of, in my today's video watching, I also watched a bit of a, regular Hollow Knight speedrun. And there's enemies that are pretty similar to those. Like, they're like these big grassy maw things, and they look all scary, but then you hit them once and it turns out, oops, they're actually small little guys just pretending. I wonder if those guys were put into this game intentionally to, like, play with your potential expectation that it's those guys again. But actually, this time they're spooky, big, strong monsters. And maybe those little fake guys from the first game actually based themselves off of those, you know? Pretty smooth movement. I could only do it like about 4 times as well. Not much more, you know? Oh yeah, this thing.
Oh wait. I think that's right.
Is it? Better be. No? Oh no, you wasted time.
Yeah, I fucked it up. That's okay.
But only on the first thing.
Having flea brew confused me. It should be, but I haven't really optimized it for wings. Like, you should be able to get a nail dash nail with, like, wings positioning.
I'll just randomly talk about Uma Musume for a second, because it just kind of randomly came to mind and I have nothing else to say. Obviously the preparations for the next Champions Meet are happening. And I definitely want to build a Christmas Oguri, which came home really early, by the way. Man, I've been, like, for like the first couple months in Uma Musume, I was really unlucky with all of my gacha in that game. But like the last month or so has been really lucky for me. I got Manhattan Cafe in like 5 pulls, or was it 5-10 pulls, that is. I think. And got another SSR along the way. And then I also, like, I already had enough carrots saved up to guarantee Christmas Oguri, so I was like, you know what, Dober's cute, and I want to have her, so let's put a couple pulls in her, just enough where I won't run out of my guaranteed Christmas Oguri. But, you know, just a couple. And she came home too, within like, I think 6-10 pulls or something. Which was pretty fucking surprising. And then Christmas Oguri. Fucking, I got 4 SSRs in 6-10 pulls. The 6th 10 pull giving me Christmas Oguri. One of those was a Taishin dupe. But the other were Fujikiseki, who, you know, I didn't have before. But she's cool, so I'm glad I got her. And then... who else? Who was it? Oh yeah, Festival Gold City, who's also very pretty. And, you know, I like her character, I guess. I just haven't tried either her or Fujikiseki yet, so I couldn't tell you how effective I've been finding them. But yeah, those were all really lucky. And there's this gauntlet that I despised. Made to look easy, of course. Did I even have one nail upgrade when I fought this? Maybe the one you get for free from the guy, probably. But yeah, that sure looks better than how I felt about it. But yeah, so for the next CM, I definitely want to use Christmas Oguri. And I also definitely want to use Manhattan Cafe. This time as a late surger. Even though supposedly end closers are still goated for this one. Because they kind of always are. But I fucking want to use her as a late surger. I don't like she's a fucking C in end closer. I don't want to fucking force that every time. And late surges are supposedly also at least good enough for this one.
Yeah, okay.
But then I also want to run an end closer, I think. Because I don't think I want to make a front runner. Because if I want to definitely run Christmas Oguri and Manhattan, then I'd only have one front runner. And having only one isn't as good. And also building front runners with, you know, more stamina is just kind of a pain. And then why not make it an encloser, you know? Not sure which one. Probably either Taishin or Girlship, but I don't know, maybe one of the other Umas that I'm not even thinking about right now could be a fitting encloser for this. Or maybe I'll just run another Pace, another Adelaide, another, I don't know. But my cafe runs have not been going super well. I keep not getting long S, and also whether or not I get good stats is kind of RNG, and it says, I'm not sure about her build. Like, the thing I want to use is 3 speed cards, then a borrowed Rice Shower and Hishiyama Zone to get, you know, a bunch of power and stamina all at once. But that's just not really coming together for me. The light version of the last boss fight. So what I've been using instead in the last couple tries is 4 speed cards. Super Creek. And obviously, like, the last card in both of those is Rico. That one's going more consistently, but it's also not super consistent. Getting speed on Manhattan Cafe is just kind of because she doesn't have any bonus to it.
Dude, that was fucking terrifying. I just immediately started off.
But yeah, those runs have been going and I have like a decent,
or I don't know about Sawtooth. I don't think
capital decent Christmas Oguri. She's not amazing, but she's okay. Which is why I've been focusing on Manhattan. But I definitely want to improve her too, especially since, like, all of the guides that were everywhere were always saying, oh, use 777 as the, you know, as a good timing to proc her unique. But then I saw a video by a content creator whom I trust a decent amount, who was saying, man, if you do that, like on that track specifically, 777 activates in the late game, like just as the final spurt starts, essentially. Or just as late game starts or whatever. Which means you are losing the recovery of 777, you're losing the recovery of her Christmas Oguri's unique, and the speed activation stuff from her unique is also, like, not entirely, but like slightly wasted. So that is actually not a good idea. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, what do I do then? Because I don't know if there is a recovery skill that fits the timing perfectly, you know? So do I just hope, you know, get multiple mid-game uniques and hope that one of them procs kinda late? Or is there something better? So those are 2 things that I'm thinking about as far as Umawasime goes. I guess 3 if you count not being sure which my third is gonna be yet. Also, now I'm sitting on a bunch of carrots. Like, I, you know, again, or already have enough, I think, to guarantee another SSR. Because of how cheaply I got Christmas Oguri. And I don't know what the next thing I should be aiming for is. Maybe I should just save up so much that I can get that Samamaru Zensky speed card, which is going to be extremely strong. To MLB, or at least as close as possible. We'll see. Boom. Crushed that guy before the other guy even had a chance to start participating. Not quite how my fight went. Oops.
Alright, good.
But yeah, I guess something I haven't really been paying attention to, that I was talking about earlier in this run. The damage bonus of the Hunter's Crest evolved thing, I guess, seems to be working out pretty well, right? They're not using damage boosts a lot. Now it's reset, of course, because they restarted the game. But yeah, if you just play the fights well, then you're just gonna have a nice damage boost. Ah. It's a 40% damage boost, by the way. But only to nail attacks, it seems. Not to, like, silk skills or tools or anything. But hey, the flea brew is gonna be even better with that then, right? Because that also affects your nail attacks.
Tamiayan. That's fine. Wenera.
Is that the quest for the crow stuff, for the scarecrow? The scarecrow, I mean. Totally different thing. Ouch.
He jumped forward, bro.
No, I think that's a different quest, right? The craw thing you actually needed to kill craws for. Or maybe it actually is... Right, that's a quest from the other area. Just happens to be that these enemies here also are applicable for that. But actually, wait, yep, nope. Going for the craw. So yeah, as I was just saying, that Hunter's Crest thing apparently is a 40% damage increase to your nail attacks. And the Flint thing apparently increases your nail damage by 50%. Which is also pretty dang nice. Of course, the nail thing, the Hunter's thing, is permanent as long as you don't take damage. Like that, I guess. Whereas the Flint thing has a pretty short uptime. I guess we don't care about whatever gauntlet the game was going to throw us into. Boss music starts, boss music fades out. Just speedrun things. I think we're like about halfway through the run, yeah, just about. Oh, I never checked what happens when you get all of the monster things. I guess I'll just quickly type that into a different tab real quick while we keep watching. Silksong reward for all monsters. I don't know.
Tamiayan.
How about for all enemy entries? Hunter's Journal, Silksong. One entry is exclusive to Seashell mode. I guess that boss that we saw, right? Well, that's an achievement, of course. I'm not seeing any other reward. There's the other guy being helped. Oh well. Here we are in our favorite place in the game. Yeah. I wonder if those run-ups close to Chakra. Like you just gotta see her at least for the game to realize that you were there, and then she, you know, she moves on, and that is necessary for the true ending too. Man, dealing with these dog things looks so easy. I guess the 40% extra damage on the fully stacked Hunter's Crest is helping with that. Ah. Oh, I guess that was maybe intentional damage boosting. That kill seemed a little unnecessary. But maybe that's an enemy that often just gets in the way or something. Did they just farm an extra hit of Silk to heal from that enemy, or what? Oh? Now, our actually favorite place? For real, for real. Bywater. How dare you thieves assault my poor flea friend? Oops. Guess we're gonna head for a growl. Growl. Actually talking to her? Wow. Wait, we're getting a map? I suppose maybe you have to buy some maps to get the true ending? Huh. The conditions for the true ending are getting more and more weird. How many maps? What the fuck?
I don't know what I missed so much of last time. I definitely don't have that much more though. Yeah, I think it was the prime. It's only
Crazy.
like 30 more, I think. Or it's like 34.
Nope, not going for Growl, okay. He might be optional. I mean, I guess he is, but, you know, for true ending, I thought maybe. Bing. So I think they could have made traversal around the world a little smoother. Wait, actually gonna do one of those regular deliveries? Huh. Or not? Or yes, okay. This feels like the most measured, like, slow-paced trek through an area in a while. Stopping here and there, I guess for safety. But oh, right, you gotta collect those bells for that one quest, right. I guess that's why, because it's kind of randomized. Taking some quick runs around a route, I guess, to get as many as quickly as possible. I forget what that yellow explosive stone thing was about. That he just killed that enemy before. Oh no, he took a hit. I kind of forgot about this guy. What are we tracking? Alright, I guess we gotta kill multiple of these guys, that's what we're tracking. That's just for one of those quests. I guess you actually have a lot of the brew? Because they've been using it quite a bit. And so haven't needed to go back to refill it, right?
Magina 4. Miss Vier.
Sped up a little bit, this looks even sillier. It sounds. Ouch.
That's fine.
You look so happy.
Oh, I didn't check if I had enough shards.
Hopefully you do have enough shards.
Okay.
Yippee. Bring a banana. back there again, making another delivery. Or is there something about, like, the state of having a delivery with you that changes something in a way that's good for the run? Like maybe the bells drop more often for some reason or something, I don't know.
Okay. But that's not it.
It seems like a shitty part, especially for the speedrun. I thought it was pretty dumb already for my run, but yeah, if you hurried for time.
This is actually awesome.
Yikes. Jeez. But ever since they got the running anklets, they haven't really done the, you know, run, jump, dive thing. So it's probably, like, you know, always a nice thing when you reach the anklets in the run, because then you can be like, okay, I don't need to fucking do that all the time anymore. Oh, that was a little silly.
Well.
Surely we're not fighting the savage beastfly refight. Haven't even done the regular beastfly. Can the refight even happen if you haven't done the first one? I guess it wouldn't. Is it? Does the savage beastfly fly away after you beat it? Or is that a... Are they separate ones? Separate ones, I don't actually remember. So you're gonna break the mechanism here, because I would kind of like to see what it looks like, what that looks like. Nope. Only need to come here once, it seems. Or maybe the 30 rosaries just aren't, you know, it won't cost enough time to get to make doing that worth it.
Oh, I didn't even have to break that.
Buenera.
Oh shit. Did I do something wrong? I don't think I did.
Pretty sure those spikes you can't bounce off of, right? And those ones there on those poles, I think maybe also, but maybe you can. I don't. That's what I meant with it being inconsistent, and they should have made it more clear. Maybe we are going to grow. Or maybe we're just freeing that flea.
That's unlucky.
No, surely we're going to grow, aren't we? Looks like the path to grow, right? Not like I'd recognize it, not like I've done it a million times or something. Okay, that's not the one. we already have the quest for, you know, for this, yeah, apparently. Guess you gotta do that to reach the true ending. And that's why we had to visit her, or at least see her so many times.
That courier only lasts like 12 seconds. That was like such a bad silver buzz, man. Like, okay.
So, roll or no? Huh, did I ever see that room? I'm not sure. Looks like we're rolling it up. Ow. Even they're taking these dumb random hits from these assholes. Charge attack doing decent damage against these guys. Oops. Aha! Explosion coming in clutch. Oh no. One of those jerks that you don't get much damage on despite getting the stun. Super uncool. Not bad, not bad. Bench taking forever to come on in. Alright, that thing, right? You do need that thing. Right! Okay, we are refilling the brew. Extra spool, let's fucking go! One entire thing, woo! Bosh. Shoop. Resting on that bench. Now we're talking to that guy finally. He did enough oiing. Can you actually trigger the true ending quest before fighting the boss for the first time? I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure he... Like, I must have gone there before beating her. So I don't think so, but I guess whatever he just said or did was something else, probably.
Sarah, wake up! Now is not the time.
Back to the bell mines again, huh?
Benny Frank.
Okay, we are recruiting this guy. Oh. Huh? That seems odd, though. But I guess maybe I just... Maybe I just did it wrong. Maybe I didn't go back to the first shrine before fighting the boss when I could have. I thought actually like that you had to first get the bad ending and only then would this be possible.
Hironara.
But now it seems like that's not exactly the case.
Yanara.
In fact, not at all. Huh. Because like after I beat the boss, I just went here. I didn't do anything extra. So I had the conditions already. But I guess I didn't go to the first shrine? That seems weird. Why? How did I... That seems like something that wouldn't happen. Oh well. Whatever. What's beating that boss one extra time, eh? The trap is set. Just do the thing. Nothing bad will happen, trust. Oh, I think maybe it's because they did the fight against... Maybe you have to do the fight against Silk that is, you know, here with the rose, the white rose thing. Which they did do, right? But I didn't do that until I also fought this. That's probably what happened. I think that makes sense. I mean, not the logic behind why you have to do that, but, you know, from a game design, I guess, from like what the thing is, how that happened to me, basically. From that perspective, it makes sense. Just smacking her all over. Boom. Kinda close. And then binding the fuck out of her. And she gets consumed. But we get saved.
Surely I remember Act 3. Where to go the entire time.
And then everything changed. I guess you can't skip that.
The stag directions probably have it covered. I need to remember to equip tax right away. In my PB I did not. I already took a break, yeah. But I don't really want to break.
Boom, cherry. Can't skip the credits either?
take a break at dancers.
The fuck?
Take a few breaks. I don't really want one. This is enough of a break.
That all seems kind of weird.
I have water. How ahead of this is... How ahead am I of Biggie's run? I think we're like a minute and a half ahead.
I think I'm gonna skip the credits now. 2 hours and 35 minutes. Wait, that's not quite right. 2 hours and 35 seconds. Question mark. Now, time to go to the abyss. And then come back. And then go there again. Just give her a moment. Shoot.
Walking. Whenever Silver Bells isn't so fucking annoying, Tim.
I believe in you, Hornet.
Yeah, almost. There.
Void ain't nothing. Oh, by the way, something that I also learned from one of the videos. How I remember how I mentioned that like Thorn Crown or whatever doubles the damage you take? Apparently that isn't the case against Void enemies or something. Which seems more like an oversight or a bug or something. But, yeah. And speaking of Void, that quest, you know, that's Iron, Steel Soul, whatever, exclusive. Why is that Steel Soul exclusive? Doesn't really seem like it would need to be. Two red weapons, huh? I've also heard that those what are they called? Thumbtacks, that trap there is also apparently pretty good. Anytime an enemy isn't, you know,
Oh fuck, I forgot the silk speed.
isn't flying around and stuff.
Yeah.
He just said he thinks he forgot something, and I think he forgot to put on the shackles. The running things. Yep.
Bruh. That is so stupid.
Cost a second or two.
Well, whoops.
I guess probably maybe a little more. Oh well. Good way of staying by the side. This fight annoyed me. Yeah, that red spittle attack. It's just fucking annoying. Hey!
I love that animation.
It's a cool moment, but I think the actual animation is... It's just the sprite flying on screen. There's not really much of a special animation to it, sadly. It's so cool, though. And then we learned that song that sure would have been nice to have a long time ago. But better late than never. Ta-da! Baby's definitely better than the stag beetle thing from Hollow Knight. Just gonna put that out there, just gonna say it, just speaking the truth. Da-da. Oh my god, there's snail people. I wonder if maybe going to the Green Prince region is faster than one of the other... No, probably not though. I can't really imagine that. It is like by far, in my memory at least, the most involved area. Right, like 2 of the others are basically just straight into the fighting. Right, the lady, the red ant lady, you just kind of go around and immediately start the fight. And then the tower is like straight into gauntlets and, you know, not much else. And the other one in the sands... Is there anything other than the fight? Hold on. I think it's also just a short gauntlet. Like just a couple enemies into the boss fight, right? Whereas the Verdania, rather, area has all kinds of shit. But maybe with speedrun strats, you can get straight to the boss in question, skipping the stag fight. And then it's faster. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. Because obviously it also depends on how quickly you can get to those areas. And maybe getting to the Verdania area is faster than going to the sandy regions. Or something.
Everything Heller about it, I agree. That room is like annoying, but if you lab it, it's fine.
Elevators are not our friends in this game. They skipped the elevator, the first one that crashes in this run, didn't they? That looked kind of weird, but it worked. Now.
Okay.
They claim the platforms.
That fucking terrified me.
Okay, at least I guess from the splits we can already see Carmelita is definitely one of the fights, but that's, you know, that makes sense, because you're just gonna go straight to that fight. Let's not spoil ourselves by looking at the splits anymore, okay? That's very inappropriate of you. And there's the up dog. Also, I'm appalled that they're apparently playing on keyboard, by the way. Come on, man.
Bruh.
Whoops. See, if they hadn't been playing on keyboard, that wouldn't have happened, obviously. I'm just saying, you know, if you play action games on anything other than a controller, you're basically human scum, and if you play fighting games on a controller,
What?
you know, not a stick or a hitbox, like leverless thing, then you're also the scum of the earth. I don't make the rules, I just enforce and also make them. So I lied about not making them, but they are still true. Why is it like that? Look,
Oh my god.
all I'm saying is that that wouldn't have happened if we'd been playing on a superior device. Unless it's a fighting game, in which case that device that is superior here would have been bad. You understand? Doop, doop, doop. Wasn't there more of an escape sequence here? I guess maybe it's still about to happen. Did they skip the trigger, or is it still coming? I feel like it was already going on when I was doing this shit. Tight fit. Maybe it is happening. So you can bounce on those spikes. And yeah, the lava is rising, okay. I didn't know you could bounce on those spikes. That doesn't seem right, but you can. Pretty sure the lava has rubber banding. Good thing the game didn't stop him there. That would have been quite annoying. Because Hornet was kind of phasing through the crust there.
You can cancel it. I just haven't really developed a queue or anything.
Where are we going? Back there again? Right, I guess he hasn't gotten the mission to get the hearts yet. Right, because we didn't know the situation, right? That's when we tell them and they're like, oh, maybe, okay, okay, we came up with a solution. But you have to do all the work. Beautiful singing voices. So, first up is Carmelita. She's a pretty cool fight. Oops. Placing a shit ton of attacks on the side. Pushing the enemies into them, I guess. And yeah, they're not going to be that good against these flying enemies, are they? Okay.
What am I doing?
Maybe now they're going to go and get that beast dressed, you know? It's never too late. And I guess, yeah, that statue actually shows Carmelita, doesn't it? I thought those sticks with the rings in them, by the way, were a bit of a lost opportunity. Because when I saw them, like, you know, bend, I was kind of thinking it would be cool if they gave you, like, extra bounce, you know, some extra momentum. But no, they just kind of fall and you gotta jump off them before they go too low, I guess. Not as interesting as it could have been. Here we go. Gonna play that song, okay? Gonna invade your mind, kill your inner self, and I guess you'll die as a result. Sorry. Gonna sneeze real quick. Did it. Oh. Oh. And then come the big guys. The big but not so strong guys. Oopsies, completely missed that one. That's a bummer.
The fuck was that? Okay, man.
Ouch. Wow, okay. That's a pretty good attack placement, I guess, for the start of this fight. Oh, she didn't get hit by that attack there. There we go. The attack landed. I don't think that explosion hit, but maybe. Boom.
Bang. I am indeed left-handed.
Goodbye, Queen. What's next? Sadly, I accidentally glanced over at the splits, and now I know where we're going. I thought maybe because the other region is like pretty close on the map, we'd also go there, but maybe that's the one we're skipping. The tower with the gauntlet. Wait. Right. No, wait.
If you couldn't tell.
The tower with the gauntlet is the one... Wait, what's this? What's the other one? So we have Carmelita, we have the tower gauntlet, we have Verdania, and what's the other one again? What was that last one? I think it is also the one... No, that's the one I did second to last. I first did the Verdania thing. And then I think I did another one. Then I did Carmelita, and then I did the gauntlet, I think, the tower.
Actually, no, don't do that.
So what's the one I'm forgetting? Oh, is that the plant, the big old plant thing, the one at the wall? That, where you don't have any ground to stand on? I think that's the one.
Dude, fuck me. What am I doing?
So are we fighting the stag and the thing, or do we have a way of skipping that annoying shit? Bah. Ah. Nope, looks like we're following the stag. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I guess my strat of putting the lily pad closer to be able to attack better is a thing. I guess maybe I gave up on it because I tried it once and then I got hit in the process and then I kind of, I don't know, forgot about it. I don't remember. Ooh, wow, that was fast. That maybe is the most impressive fight I've seen, because that's not how I remember that fight going at all. Not just on a, you're doing it better, but in a... I didn't feel like I could get that many hits in. Like the game just wouldn't allow it.
Peace, loser.
Uh-huh. And the last switch. Might as well fight some shit, I guess.
I meant to leave, but then I think I was gonna be too slow. Oh well.
Doop, doop. Amazing. Wait, you can cancel your ascent? How do you do that? That could have helped a couple of times. Yeah, just reset the enemy so you could do that. That's kind of what I figured. I guess you just air dash out of it?
Da, ministra. Nesvir.
The dual throne. But only one prince left. The explosion landed, it's incredible. So you can make it with just double jump. I just kind of assumed because they looked so high that the double jump wouldn't get me over. So I always went for the wall jump, which of course made it a little scarier to get around quickly enough. Bada boom. You see on the splits here, these like 2U, 2D, 4D. I wonder what those are about.
I mean, they're real golds in the sense that I've gotten like 1 run to this point on this flip file. 2U? What? No. Am I misremembering? Surely not.
Ooh, 4D.
What did I fuck up the stag direction? Or, bruh.
Hmm. Now it looks like we're going to, you know, Nilith and Nilith or whatever. Oh, we are taking the elevator. Just really late. But I guess we have to get over there. Huh. Do you have to hit the switch and break it? I was wondering if that was just a thing that happens anyway.
Even in Act 3. It's crazy.
Ouch. Yeah. Huh. Boop, boop. Oh no.
Please. Fucking hell. Whatever.
I guess destroying the thing on the right there is to open up a shortcut to make going back quicker? Hmm. I didn't particularly like that fight. Kick his ass. Ouch. Oh, anti-aired him straight into the trap. Nice anti-air setup there. That's some good fighting game stuff. Ugh.
I keep meaning to look at the movement in this beginning part. I always forget.
Didn't try to shoot those spiky projectiles into her. Maybe that's a damage loss if you give up, you know, a couple of normal hits in order to do it. That's a lot more smooth than my fight. Ouch.
Throw it away.
That's so bummer. Oop. That's probably the last attack you want to see in the speedrun, huh? Because you have to get away. That one also not great. Hey.
Okay. Perhaps it's time for nihilist practice.
And that's 3 hearts collected. One left to rot in the far desert. More like the fart desert. Alright guys, I brought you that heart. Hope you like it. Brought enough seasoning and all that.
Wait, what's Vex? Are you here? Wait, do the command. Right, left, left. Right, left, left, left. I got it locked and loaded. Alright, are you guys ready for casual playthrough Red Memory?
And here's the memory land. Okay. Almost looked like there was a mistake, but no.
Guys, no lab this? It's impossible.
That was optimal.
Alright,
Look at little baby Ornid. Oh. Her little mask thing is so small. Her spikes.
Okay guys, I already have it locked and loaded.
Right, doing the jump dive dashes again because can't have any tools equipped here.
Holy shit, distant village reference! Alright, right, left, left, left. Easy.
What does they mean? What do they mean with right, left, 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 or whatever? I don't remember there being like a puzzle or a rhythm sequence or anything. I guess that's where some obstacles are when you descend or ascend.
Can't believe I didn't get my dash back. And now left, left.
Or I guess it's just the
Rolled?
I guess it's just the direction after the fall and what? That one didn't seem to be right. Lost like half a second or something on that one. Run is ruined.
Alright, I'm banning Vex.
Wow, that dive seemed a little risky.
My command? Vex made the command. How did nobody notice?
Ako merma.
You know, honestly, I thought, I was thinking, like, there's no way that you go only left from here. There's a White Palace section.
Merma.
I was thinking that, and then, but I trusted my lovely community here. And
Never
you all
trust
totally
anyone.
disappointed me.
Especially not your community.
That was still time save.
And the snail friends are gone. Forever. And now there's only one thing standing between them and the world record. I guess getting the wall, the fall animation there, didn't waste any time because you have to wait for the door to lower off of the switch anyway. So you do have to talk to him.
Me offended?
I was kind of thinking that might be optional. Oopsie.
Hello?
The brew probably would have run out anyway, so it's probably not, at least not a loss on that front, but so. Okay. Wait, that doesn't kill you? Like, I guess because of the flower, you can. Well, of course, kill was never the thing, but you know, it doesn't treat it like a spike essentially.
The fight in PB was really slow. I'm pretty sure it's just if I live, I win.
I was wondering if just jumping in there instead of using the dive command also works. But I never tried it. It also doesn't seem like it does. Because you probably just swim in the thing for a second, rather than actually diving in. And man, if we can skip this. There. No. Also jumping after the counter. They steal that strat from me. I am gonna sue. I'm gonna claim this world record as my own, because obviously they would have never gotten it without my advanced strats. Like, I don't know, man, they're jumping, attacking, using skills and tools, like, they're basically copying my run. You know? I think that's pretty shameless. And they're, like, even fighting bosses and finishing the game? Like, hello? Oh, you can cling to the wall. I guess that does make this more trivial. Not that I ever needed any help, though. Oh man, and now they're avoiding attacks and shit. This is literally just my run. Just like, you know, improved a little bit. Because obviously this guy's a nerd and I'm a cool sports guy. Oh no! Ouch.
Okay.
Phew.
I got so scared for a second. Alright, GG. Okay. I thought I choked it at the very end. Oh my.
Yeah, one hit away from death. That would have been quite the shame. Might have still been world record with how fast this fight goes, but would have lost a lot of time. And
GG.
that when it's time. I would have assumed maybe after that jump is time, because I don't think you do anything else afterwards, but
Thank you for the crime cut.
I guess it's here.
Wow.
Sure.
255!
Let's go.
Actually hit it.
And that's the true ending speedrun world record as of right now.
GG.
GG indeed. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna let this play out. Mute it, I guess. While I say goodbye. So yeah, that is gonna be the Silksong portion for real this time. Of the stream, until the DLC probably. And I will thank you for watching, hanging out, and getting the 100% with me. And I hope you'll join me again sometime. Probably tomorrow. Gonna find something to do. There are many things to do, after all. And if that doesn't happen, then, you know, join me some other time. I'll be here, eventually. So you should be too. And, you know, maybe tune in for the any percent run on AGDQ tomorrow night, or whatever the time zone, you know, however it works out for you. I'll try to watch it. Should be possible for me. But that's it for today. So, until we meet again, I say Otskare-sama. Bye bye.